Good evening, everyone. Thank you for coming out tonight on a really chilly night, and it feels warm and comforting and inviting here tonight. I'm Martha Newfield, and I'm going to be the presenter tonight. So I will just give you a little background of what I was thinking about. The great month of February is coming up, where we actually have a contemplative service on a Tuesday night of Valentine's. And I'm like, oh, Lord, I would like to have done that. And just speak and reflect on love. But I thought, I think I'll do a lead to that. Something is not love, but as important as love in our reflection tonight. So, I'm going to start everything, and so just to go through it, and after go through the reflection, we will just go as we usually do, and go into a time of 10 minutes of silence, and then Ted is going to, all right, a time out here for Justin.
We had a little problem with plug-in there, but we are plugged in and attuned now. So just to say again, that the great month of love is coming up, but this is a precursor to that, equally important, and acting in love. So we'll go on into that in just a moment. So other than that, our format will be essentially the same. Go into a time of silence, and Ted is going to chime us out at the end of 10 minutes. And then we'll go, as usual, with our prayers around the cross. And Doris and I will be lighting candles for those that are sick or infirm or are wanting our prayers tonight, and they're listed there. And we will mention their names. And then in the time after that, you will be invited to take your candle and make your intentions also around the cross. So let us begin then. Love, probably one of the most written and discussed subjects in all the world. All cultures, people, and living beings experience it, at least in some form. And I happened to read this. Recently I read that even scientists claim that non-sentient beings, such as plants, experience a form of love as they reach out to each other, and they grow better, they flourish better when they're touching and in contact with one another. As humans, we delight in familiar love, romantic love, as well as love of our communities, country, and the sublime beauty of the earth. Jesus reminds us in his words and deeds of the importance of the times when we also continue to love, particularly the needy, the poor, and the difficult people. Today, it seems, as this anger is the coin of our realm, as we try to hold on to some peace and understanding of events that swirl around us and our government and our communities. For Jesus, these difficult moments and people were where divine and human love could connect and heal and comfort people. To the shock of many around Jesus, he seemed to notice little difference in people and reached out wherever they needed him. He simply saw the need and he responded. The healing of the daughter of the Roman soldiers, lepers, outsiders, a hated tax collector, and those outside of Judaism, as well as foreigners, were to Jesus all worthy of his love and healing. Were we really able to believe this and act on that belief, then true peace could be possible in our time. How then can we soften our hearts to create that generous, loving place? We obviously can't suddenly think ourselves out of our anger or hurt or dislike with one another. Philosophers and teachers of all religions point to acts of kindness as a step that makes love into an operable action. This step can remove our habitual resistance and place it in a physical space where our humanity can function rather than replacing our rote behaviors. One of the first Bible verses I learned as a child was, "Be ye kind one to another." Kindness is an action word that allows love to become operative in real time and place. In Buddhism, there exists the concept of loving kindness, which puts together these two powerful concepts. Practicing acts of kindness in real time is love made visible. Practicing loving kindness can change a culture as well as the human heart. However, we live in an angry country now, and we often feel justified in our anger against politicians, other drivers, even our neighbors. Perhaps as never before, we need an off-ramp or a timeout from the noise of our politics, our fears of climate change, new variants in COVID, or whatever your stressor is today. We look for places, activities, television shows that calm our fears and distracts us, even for a little while. I noticed too, many of the magazines displayed at the grocery store, and many always point to meditation to bring you peace. I'm glad that they're raising this first step, but our practice is a little different. It's not only to bring peace, but to get in touch with ourselves and God in a very quiet, special place. Breathing in and spiritual insight into our worried lives. In those moments of quiet, we believe that our breath is that of Yahweh's too, the one who animates and sustains us. Breathing is the very life force of God. In faith, even for a short time, we can allow the spirit of love and kindness to grow in us each day. So in thinking about that, let us go now into that mystical silence, believing that our breath, inhaled, is His life force, offering love and kindness into our lives. We'll now go to our time around the cross in which we pray for one another, and then afterwards everyone can light a candle for their intention.
You'll stay down. go forward in one last closing prayer here. Remembering the beautiful song that you, joy, and desire. Such that we need Jesus, and it's desire of our heart for him to come and be here. Give us wisdom, give us guidance. You love best the discouraged and forgotten, the sick and the wounded. You always reached out first to the least of them, as you celebrated with the healed and forgotten. Be with us this night. So in one embrace, we will go forth, strengthened by your love here, to bring more loving kindness into our broken world. Lord,